Бекнұр және Бекова.
Yeah.
Don't forget to message. Click on the video, okay?
Hello everyone, my name is Priняl, and today I'm going to be talking about how PE means inclusion. Next slide. My aim is to demonstrate the necessity of inclusive education, my aim is to demonstrate the necessity of inclusive education in our schools. My objectives are first to analyze theoretical aspects, also to identify barriers, and also to examine successful international models in other countries. My object of research is about physical education in secondary schools. My subject of research is about the participation of students with disabilities in physical education. And my hypothesis is that using inclusive education not only benefits disabled children, but also regular children. Next slide. I'm going to be using quantitative and qualitative methods. First, I'm going to be doing a theoretical analysis. Also, I have conducted a survey, and also I'm going to be talking about my personal practical experiences in both the United States of America and France. Next one. First, I'm going to begin with the laws of inclusion. Initially, children were taught in special schools, disabled children. But somewhere in the mid-20th century, people realized that disabled children should be taught in the same schools as regular children. In 1975, the United States passed the Education for All Handicapped Children Act, which marked the beginning of the inclusive education system. In 2015, Pakistan ratified the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which gave equal rights to disabled people and regular people. In 2018, the concept of inclusive education was formed in Kazakhstan, which meant disabled children could now go to the same schools as regular children. Next slide. Here we have a statistic of inclusion schools in Kazakhstan. In the year 2022, 78.8% of schools said they were ready to include disabled children in their education system. 2 years later, in 2024, 88% said the same thing, which is large progress. Here are the sources linked below if you want to check them out later. Next slide. We've also conducted a survey with PE teachers' perspectives in 3 belong schools, Khadir Mirzaev, Sarpayev, and Bukit Khan. Out of these 3 schools, there are 12,000 students. 106 of them are in inclusion. 86 are eligible to physical education, but 20 are not due to medical conditions. We asked 13 PE teachers what problems you face while teaching an inclusive class. 5 of them said it's due to lack of training, 5 of them said it's due to lack of resources, and another 3 said I don't see barriers, it's possible. Next slide. I'm going to be talking about my personal practical experiences in both the United States and France. Could you play the video? Click on the video. Yeah, here. So. Video. We have to repeat the same way that I'm walking. This benefits my reading skills and also benefits my classmates' empathy and social connections. In these 4 pictures, you can see me doing various activities like playing bowling, playing football, and also doing a parkour course with special equipment. Keep in mind, the special equipment can also be used for regular children, not just disabled children. In picture 4 specifically, you can see me racing a child who is on a skateboard. The teacher told him to use it in a specific way so he can understand how disabled children solve problems. All of these benefit my logical thinking, reading skills, like I said, also builds a muscle and also builds adrenaline. My classmates develop skills like empathy and social connections and an understanding of disabled children. Here we have the program and outcomes. As you can see, I've spent some time researching the Kaspi market for the special equipment that can be used for disabled children. Because here in Kazakhstan, I sit in classrooms and I'm not able to participate in PE. As you can see, all this adds up to around 18,000 tenge, which is not very expensive. As an outcome, this will mean all children can participate in PE and fully foster a sense of belonging. I also propose to modify some activities in PE, like simplifying the rules, so all children can participate and not feel like they can't. So disabled children can feel able to do accomplishments. In conclusion, we found out that developing inclusive physical education not only benefits disabled children, but also regular children. We found out that teachers need more training and schools have a lack of resources that make it hard. So I recommend to provide teachers with the necessary training, for schools to invest in the special equipment, and for governments to develop national guidelines, so we can foster so we can have a equally supportive society, that can be at the same levels as the organizations like the United Nations. Thank you for listening to my presentation. Do you have any questions?